Coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. on Facebook Live, News Channel 11 Sports' Kenny Hawkins and Jesse Kroll and Dustin Walters from Friendship Automotive Group will be getting you ready for the big game. And here with a preview of this exciting look at the big game in Tampa is Sports Director Kenny Hawkins. Morning, Hawk.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, just having a great day here. Been talking about the big game all week. Y'all are going to dive into it a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the X's and O's, just like Arians and also we're going to take a look at some of the top players on each side and break down the game and not quite as closely as you and Casey did the other day, but we're going to take a look at it pretty close.
And I know that a lot of folks are around here are hoping that Daniel Kilgore gets to come back off the COVID protocol and play. It's looking good for him right now. Let's hope that happens because we want to see one of our local guys in the big game. Yeah,
Chiefs coach Andy Reid didn't really seem too concerned. I mean, I guess the fact that neither one of the players, also a wide receiver, is in this COVID-19 kind of protocol right now. Neither one of them tested positive. That's a good sign. So as long as they continue to test negative, they'll have an opportunity to play on Sunday. This is I would think that they'll probably take down 2 planes. He could actually come down in the morning and still be able to play. So I still think there's a good chance that he'll be able to participate in this Super Bowl. Of course, this will be the second one for him. The first one was about 8 years ago when he played for San Francisco and they were in New Orleans. That's when the lights went out. So this will be his second Super Bowl, and he's hoping this time he's able to walk away with a ring.
And I know that a lot of folks are making a big deal about this being a home game for Tampa, and it is a big deal. It's the first time that somebody's got to play in their home stadium for a Super Bowl. Do you think it's going to be the opposite for Kansas City? Maybe they're not allowed to come in until 2 days before kickoff. Is that going to be a little bit of a detriment to Kansas City preparing?
Well, I'm sure, Tampa Bay fan, you're not shedding any tears on that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a strong Tampa presence. But, listen, they were not even supposed to play the Super Bowl here, okay? Keep in mind they were supposed to be playing out in Los Angeles at the Rams Stadium, right, but they didn't think that it would be ready. And that's the reason why it was moved to Tampa. So you can't hate the Buccaneers for doing what they were supposed to do to get a chance to play on their home field. But I do think there will be a Tampa Bay side kind of tent to the game. But I think the NFL will do their best to make sure enough Kansas City fans are in there to make it as even as possible.
And for our viewers here on Daytime Tri-Cities, I don't want you to give away everything you're going to talk about tomorrow, but if you had to put your finger on one thing that is going to turn the tide for either team, Kansas City or Tampa, what is the one thing that you can say is going to turn the tide for one team or over the other in this ballgame?
I think it's going to come down to the defensive front. I know everybody said, it's going to come down to Brady, it's going to come down to Mahomes. No, I think it's going to come down to the defensive front. I think it's going to depend on what defense can get to what quarterback, can make which quarterback can you make uncomfortable, especially Brady. Brady doesn't like to be hit. He doesn't like a lot of people in his bubble. If Kansas City allows him to sit back there and just throw, then he'll pick them apart all day long. The opposite is for Mahomes. He seems to create. He's imaginative. That's where you get the no-look passes, the underarm passes. But I think it's going to come down to the defensive front and how they play.
All right. We're going to switch gears here on you just a little bit, okay, because you've got a big game that you're going to be calling on Saturday, ETSU, UTC, big, long-time SoCon rivals. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Casey Marler and myself will be calling the game Saturday at 4 o'clock, and we can pick a better game. I mean, it's Chattanooga.
Right.
For us old folks, all right, that's still the rivalry in the SoCon. Okay, it's always going to be Chattanooga. Now, for some of these young ones, these millennials, they like UNCG, they like Wofford. We can do without that. Our rivalry is Chattanooga. I'll never forget the play-by-play guy who told me one time, even when ETSU was in the ASUN and not even playing in the SoCon, he said, I still hated them. So it's a big rivalry. ETSU coming off a huge win last night over Mercer, tied for first place with UNCG in the conference. So it's another big game on Saturday.
All right. Hawk, thanks for taking some time with us today. And, for both games, all I got to say is go Bucks.
Oh no! Oh no! To
Hey,
sink the boat. What was sink the boat?
Sink the boat. You got to beat the goat.
Something like
All
that.
right, folks. Got the big game coming up this weekend. We also got ETSU, UTC. Check them both out.